I think I'd call him Yellow Bunny, Pussycat, Little Hare, Sneaky Pete, that's Joe DiMaggio, Tommy Turtle, Lucky Lizard, Fiery Frank, the Blue Pugilist, Freddy Frog. Okay.
So I'm just going to ask you one little question before we get started. Do you know anything about Pokemon? Have you other than the name, do you know anything about what it's about?
Not really.
I'll keep it brief. It's made up. It started as a video game, and now it's like a cartoon, card game. They just put out the first live-action movie, made in Japan. The idea of it's basically our modern world, except all the animals of it are these creatures called Pokemon. And some look like the animals we have, and some of these crazy made up. Because the idea is they all have different. One, they're classified as certain like types of elements. Like if you have a normal type Pokemon, which is just a regular animal. Fire types, which can like breathe fire, water, and plant types. They can like shoot leaves at you and water and such. They're a big thing in the world is not just that they're pets.
Is what?
It's not just that they're pets, but they love to fight. So it's like the equivalent of like a boxing or wrestling match, where people can be not just Pokemon owners but Pokemon trainers. They can go out and capture Pokemon in the wild and bond with them as pets, and then they can raise them to be great fighters. And a lot of people compared it to cockfighting, if you know that, but that they made it a little better by Pokemon do enjoy the fight and they don't get killed during it. So at this point, they're over I might be wrong on the exact number, I think there are over 700 Pokemon.
Oh,
they started, when the first game came out, they do a new video game every 3 or 4 years. The first one came out, it was just 151. Back then, I thought that was a lot, but since they keep adding new ones, they don't get rid of the old ones. There's a lot of Pokemon out there, so we're just going to be looking at about 20 of them. So don't you worry.
Okay.
So if you need, a lot of people got mad at me last time because most Pokemon are like a whole species. There's not just one Pikachu. There's million. They're like rabbits, and so most of them can be male or female.
Okay.
And so I'm not going to be specific. You can just go say whichever type of gender or name you want for them. And for a reminder, you can open your eyes. So
what?
You can open your eyes. So if you remember last time when we did all the Nintendo characters, there were some Pokemon in there. So we're not going to do those again. But you called Pikachu Yellow Bunny.
Okay.
You called Jigglypuff Pussycat. You called Pichu, the baby Pikachu, Little Hare. That's another thing about Pokemon. When they get strong enough, it's called evolving. It's not the Darwin style. Like they glow and just turn into a bigger, tougher-looking creature, but it's still the same, person.
Okay. And
that's a big part of because there's collecting. There's both the idea of the game is that you're both collecting and you're, unlocking new creatures to fight with. It's very. So a lot of people have favorite Pokemon. I think my favorite Pokemon is in one of these that we'll show you.
Okay.
All right. So you ready?
Yeah.
So you can ask questions if you want, but you can also just go with whatever name comes to mind.
Okay.
Here's our first one.
Oh, big ears.
Yeah, that was quick. You're right. It does have big ears.
Cute one.
It is a cute one. It's very popular. It's a lot like Pikachu.
Oh, yeah.
Next one.
Ooh. Scary.
Scary. Okay. You know what? There are some. I remember the names you did before. We're not going to do this. You already called one scary.
Oh, did I?
And you already used monster, so you have to come up with something else.
Okay. I think I'd call him Funny Fella.
Funny Fella. That's a great one. Yeah, that actually suits it very well. It's a little cat. I'll tell you the real names when we're done.
Okay.
Third Pokemon is this one.
Oh, Cutie Pie.
You used Cutie Pie before.
I've used that. That one is.
It is cute.
That'd maybe be Poppy.
Poppy, great. That's a good name. The funny thing is, in the games, you can give your Pokemon names. Maybe I'll get one of those and name it Poppy.
Yeah.
What about this one?
Oh. What is that one?
It's
Sweet Lips.
Awesome. Sweet Lips the fish. It does have sweet lips. Yeah, it is cute.
Cute fish.
Yeah. All right, next one.
Oh. How about Funny Face?
No, I think
Did we do that?
I think we just did.
Oh, okay.
That was the cat.
Maybe he's Dancer.
Dancer? He looks like he's dancing?
Yeah.
All right, Dancer.
He's Dancer.
Yeah. Dancer. That's a good Pokemon. What about this guy?
Oh.
Thing, I don't know.
He's
tough.
He's a tough guy?
Well, literally, he's made of rock. He's a rock type.
Okay.
Or it. It might be a girl. Just say whatever you want.
We don't know what that is.
Nope.
Okay. I think he's Big Shot.
Big Shot. Rock dude's a big shot Pokemon. All right, next.
Oh, How about Pinky?
We used Pinky before.
We use Pinky. How about Babykins?
Yes. Does it have like a baby face?
Yeah.
Yep.
Cute little baby face.
Yep. Babykins it is. All right, next one.
Baby. Oh, what is that?
I will say that's fire coming out of its back.
Okay, yeah. Okay.
It's actually pretty small, though.
Yeah. He's fireman.
Fireman.
Yeah.
Okay, so this Pokemon is a firefighter.
Okay.
Never mind that he breathes fire, but yes, fireman.
Okay.
Next one.
Wow.
Yeah, this one's a big one, too.
Okay. Is that Big Bird?
It's kind of like a mix between a bird and a dragon.
Ooh. Bird and a dragon.
It does fly.
Okay.
It's one of the more rare and powerful Pokemon, too.
Oh.
They call it the legendaries.
Okay.
Like in the game, you can only have one chance to catch them. They're special.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, I don't know what to call him. He's sort of big shot.
Nope, you use Big Shot, but I think that's going to help you look at their face. What does his face or its face tell you?
Okay.
Remember, it's like a bird, dragon, and fly, very strong.
How about Snatcher?
Okay. Oh, look, because he snatches people up, you think?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I guess it could do that. Yeah, because the wings are kind of like hands, too.
Sure.
I always thought that was a neat thing about it. All right, Snatcher, the Pokemon. Let me just make sure. Yep, still recording. Doing great so far.
Okay, so.
This is my favorite. Its face cracks me up.
Yes. How about Nighty Night?
You think it looks tired, like it's yawning? Is that why? It looks tired? Okay, yeah, I can see that. This is Nighty Night. Yeah. It's funny because it's actually very loud.
Oh, yes. I like that.
Yeah, it's one of my. I don't even use it in the game. I just think it's so funny looking.
All
right, next. I'm curious what you'll name this one. This one's just like a blob with a smiley face.
Yes. Okay. That may be Purple Marshmallow.
Good. Yeah, purple. It's marshmallow goop, but it's purple and has a face.
Okay.
All right, great. Next one.
Oh, Doc.
Doc.
Mm-hmm.
Just Doc.
You look like a doctor.
The posture. Oh, All right, we can go with that. Yep, this is Doc.
That's Doc.
All right, next one.
Doc. Well, I can't even figure out what
it's
that
a
is.
living sword. Yeah, there's some Pokemon that resemble objects. We're gonna see some of them.
On guard.
Oh, that's awesome.
Okay.
On guard, yeah. There's actually, remember Donkey Kong from Smash, the characters?
Right.
He teams up with animals, and one of his friends is a swordfish called On Guard.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm not going to connect these two. On Guard. Next one. Oh, no. This is another legendary, very rare, very powerful.
Oh, my. What will we call him? He is a big, powerful looking guy, isn't he?
A cross between like a lion and a wolf, or something, like a big quadruped. And it's a fire type, so it can breathe fire.
What is he?
It's a fire type, so it can breathe fire.
Oh my. Okay. Well, I don't know what to call him.
What does the face say to you? I can zoom in if you want.
Face says, "Look out."
So its name is Look Out?
Yeah.
Look out for this Pokemon.
Look out.
Yeah, look out. Nice.
Oh.
This one is silly.
Okay.
Does it remind you of any certain object?
It cracks me up. Crack me up. Crack up.
Crack up, okay. Crack up. Goofy looking. I'll tell you what it is when we're done.
Okay.
All right, next one, if I think another object.
Oh. Another object. Isn't that a cute one?
Well, resembles an object, but it's a living animal.
Oh, what is that like?
Does it remind you of a certain thing?
Like Aladdin's lamp.
Oh, you want to call it Aladdin's lamp?
Yeah.
All right, Aladdin's lamp. It's the genie.
Oh, okay. That's what.
Do you want to do lamp or genie? Let's do it for lamp. Yeah, that was your idea. This is Aladdin's lamp. All right, and we're getting to the finals.
That's a cute one. Yeah.
This one's less cute and more tough. This is part fire and part fighting type, like karate, punches and stuff.
Part fire and part.
It's also technically a bird.
Okay. How about? Do we have Bigfoot?
No, that's a good one. He does.
He sure has that.
The jutty parts are certainly big. It's hard to see his toes, but I'm guessing. Yeah. Okay. Bigfoot. Bigfoot. Nice. Bird with big feet. All right. Next. All right. We're getting close to being done. So I'm just. All right. Check that. Let me just save what we have back up. Okay. Thanks for your patience. You having fun?
Yeah.
All right. Next one.
Yeah.
This is a cute one.
That's cute. I think I'd call that one Little Shy One.
Little Shy One. Oh, that's a cute.
Yeah, that's a cute one.
Yep, that's a favorite.
Okay.
All right, next. This is one of my favorites. This is actually a grass type, so it has the little leaf bow tie. I can shoot like leaves and vines and stuff.
Oh, okay.
It's also a flying type because it's a bird.
Oh my god.
And one thing they do is that Pokemon of certain types are strong against others. Like water beats fire, but fire beats grass.
Okay.
And flying beats insect types because birds eat bugs.
Oh, John.
So there's like a caterpillar Pokemon and stuff. We're not going to show you that.
Okay, so this is Jack of all trades.
This Pokemon can learn every move.
Do everything.
No, it can't. But I like that name because I'm very fond of this one. It's a cute. Well, it's meant to be a baby owl.
Oh, it does, yes.
But we're going with Jack of all trades.
Jack
the owl.
of all trades.
Love it.
Can
All
do
right.
everything.
Next one.
Oh.
Another cute little.
Not a cute, whatever it is.
Yep. This is another one that's a water type, aquatic.
Oh. This is called. What is that little animal?
This is more of a made-up creature compared to some
Okay.
others. Some are based on existing animals. This is kind of just they were like imagine like a watery creature. It'll hang out in
I
ponds.
think I would just call it Blue Baby.
Blue Baby.
That's cute.
That's very cute. It is a cute Pokemon. All right, Blue Baby.
Blue Baby.
And we're coming down to the last couple of regular ones.
Okay.
Here's another. This is another water type, but totally different creature.
When you say water type, what are you saying?
I mean that they have powers that are based on water, like they can shoot water out of their mouth and stuff, or bubbles.
Oh, okay.
But they also enjoy, ponds and swimming and that kind of stuff.
Okay.
Like some are fish that live exclusively in water. This one's more like, I'm guessing, more like an amphibian, like a frog or turtle that can live in or out.
Okay. So how about calling him Billy Bubble?
Billy Bubble.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Oh, he's kind of shaped like a bubble, the tail and the head. Billy Bubble. All right.
Bubble.
I'm thinking we might be done with these Pokemon, but okay. So you remember Pikachu? We went over it.
Sort of. Yeah.
I'll pull the picture real quick. You called him Yellow Bunny. Pikachu is the most famous Pokemon and like the mascot of it because when they did the cartoon, Pikachu was the Pokemon the main character chose as like their best friend, like the one who's always stuck with them.
Okay.
And so they were like, Pikachu's kind of the mascot now. You can see here.
Oh, sure.
It's basically like a rodent, like a mouse or rabbit type. And Pikachu is
adorable.
So here's the thing, Pikachu is an electric type. So that's why the tail is shaped like a thunderbolt.
Okay.
And those red dots on his cheeks, they store electricity. So it can shoot sparks and like lightning out of itself. Like sometimes in the show when it gets mad at its owner, it shocks him.
The way they fight must mean they care a lot.
Okay, sure.
And Pikachu can also be male or female.
Okay.
So because Pikachu's popular and one of the newer games, they introduced the ability for a Pikachu to take on different outfits and personas.
Okay.
So they go by like one word, like this is one of them, like Commander Pikachu,
Okay.
or Dancer Pikachu. So
Okay.
you can either say one word before or after Pikachu.
Okay.
So we've got a couple of these.
Okay.
What would you call this Pikachu?
Oh boy.
It's tougher looking.
Okay. I think I'd call that Dapper.
It is very dapper.
Dapper.
Especially those eyebrows. Look at those
Look at those eyebrows and that
that
ensemble.
coat, stylish.
Yeah,
All right, so Dapper Pikachu it is. This is Dapper
Okay.
Pikachu. All right, two more Pikachus. I like this one. Oh, what would you call this one? Oh, sorry.
Like, where is that one? Oh, that's,
What did the clothes tell you?
that's Dr. Pikachu.
You're very close, yeah.
Yeah.
So this is Dr. Pikachu, and
And
this
that's
next
very
one,
cute.
this next one is very popular. One of my favorites. You might not know what it is, but what would you call this Pikachu? If you need a hint about what the costume means, I can tell you.
Well, it has rabbit ears.
They all do.
Oh, that's right, they all do. Okay, this is Flying Pikachu.
Flying Pikachu. It looks like it's flying. Oh, yeah, it's actually.
Or
it's-
dancing.
Which would you rather do, flying or
I
dancing?
think maybe dancing.
Dancing Pikachu. Okay.
Yeah.
And
Because look, he's doing a...
Yep. Okay, here's one. Actually, I forgot to put this in my computer, but this one is a big deal because they just it's the one that the movie that they just did the first live action movie, and it's
Okay.
about this type of Pikachu. I'll add in the finished video. What would you call this? You might get this one right.
Oh.
What does it look
Detective Pikachu.
You're exactly right.
Okay.
This is Detective Pikachu.
Detective Pikachu.
Yep, got a Sherlock Holmes hat and my
Yes.
goes around solving crimes.
And the magnifying glass.
You got it exactly right. You got it exactly right. So, let me just save that.
Detective Pikachu.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, in the movie, it talks. Most Pokemon can't talk.
Okay, but
In the
Detective
movie-
Pikachu does.
one guy can hear him, and everybody else hears Pika Pika.
Get me the hell out of here!
So now it's time. This won't take long. We're gonna go over. I'll tell you what the actual names are. This is called Eevee. E-E-V-E-E.
Okay.
It's special because most Pokemon, when I told you about the evolution, most of them can only evolve into one specific thing.
Okay.
This one, you can get an item called a Leaf Stone or a Fire Stone, and if you give it to the Eevee or do certain things, it will turn to a different, like a Fire type creature or a Dark type. That's a creature type. So it's not most Pokemon can't do that. So Eevee is very special.
Okay. What a cute.
This one, so this is called Meowth.
Yes, I can tell.
Because it's a cat.
Yeah.
So this is a normal type. It actually, the thing on its forehead is a coin. One of its attacks is to throw change at people.
Okay.
And in the Pokemon cartoon, there's a Meowth who's one of the most important recurring characters who's part of the bad guys. And he's special because he taught himself to talk.
Okay.
And he actually has a Brooklyn accent.
He's a Brooklyn accent.
He's this little cat going, listen, you lame brains.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like my favorite character on that show.
You couldn't catch a cold!
This is, some of them they just kept the Japanese names, like Pikachu, which this is called Togepi.
Huh.
So the idea is, some Pokemon, you can now breed them and they lay eggs,
Okay.
and you take the egg around with you for a while, and then it'll hatch. Togepis, they keep their egg as part of their body. That's the eggshell.
Okay. Have that
A lot of Pokemon have different aspects of how they actually have thought out history. So there's one Pokemon, we didn't show it here, called Cubone, which is a little orange lizard that has a skull on it. Mm-hmm. It evolves into one called Marowak. The idea is that when a Marowak dies, if it has a son, it wears its skull as remembrance. There's some dark stuff there. There are also ghost Pokemon. That are meant to be I guess Pokemon who have passed on for everything else. Alright, so next one. This one is so funny. So this is called Magikarp. It's a carp and it's magic.
Okay.
The joke is Magikarp is one of the weakest Pokemon around.
Oh.
It can't really attack. All it can do on the ground is flop around like a fish out of water.
Okay.
And it has one of my favorite voices because all it literally says is carp, 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 carp. The irony is, if you train it, it turns to one of the strongest Pokemon, this thing called Gyarados. It's like a big sea serpent.
Oh.
So it's worth sticking with the Magikarp if you have it.
Okay.
But it's very funny.
Wow.
This,
Oh.
so this is Psyduck. He's a duck, and he's also...
Yes, he's got a big duck
He has
bill.
psychic powers.
Oh, he has psychic powers.
Yeah, that's a powerful Pokemon type where they can do mental tricks and that stuff.
Okay.
But because of his powers, they often have headaches, so they're often clutching at their heads.
Oh, is that why?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And they have this dopey expression, but they're very popular. They're very cute.
Uh-huh.
It's a little duck, and the eyes and stuff. So
Yes,
Psyduck's
very
popular.
cute.
This is called Geodude. Geography, geode, like rocks.
Yes.
And there are girls with them, but...
Geode. Uh-huh.
And the funny thing is, so most Pokemon talk just by saying their name. So if you see a Geodude, it's going, Geodude, Geodude. And it's made of rock. It can actually hover in the air. It doesn't have to walk.
It has a quizzical look. It's not scary. It's
No,
not,
this one looks pretty confident. They're
confident
They're
is
tough.
good,
They're literally
yeah.
made of rock.
But confident.
Rock types
in a-
are often very strong, or sturdy at
With
least.
sort of a little fun in them.
Yeah, this
like
one.
A little,
No,
I,
I mean-
I can do ya.
Because the idea is if you capture one, it becomes friendly towards you. So even this
Okay.
thing could be your best friend. So this, I was surprised you didn't catch it. This guy is called Mr. Mime.
Oh, Mr. Mime.
It resembles and does stuff similar to a mime, like he's doing the trapped in a box movement.
Okay.
See that?
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
One thing it can do is
Interesting.
one thing it can do is generate an invisible wall that people can block attacks or people can crash into because it's a
Okay.
mime. So it's funny when they do Pokemon that are based on real life,
Okay.
not just animals but concepts. So this one is
with
called
the fire
Yeah,
weapon.
this is called Cyndaquil because its quills are like cinders. It's kind of an aardvark looking thing, but it
Yes.
hasn't struck me out. They're actually very cute and sweet most of the
Yes.
time, but you gotta
If
be
it
careful.
didn't have that,
Yep. There's another one that we didn't show. When we did the Smash Brothers one, you called this one there was a dragon type looking one that you called Fiery Frank. Even when it's a cute little lizard, the tip of its tail is always on fire.
Oh, okay.
The catch is, if its fire is extinguished, it can die.
Oh,
So
okay.
they actually do a good job of thinking out individual nature ideas of these Pokemon. It's just its own little system. Next one. So this is another made-up name. This is called Lugia, Lugia. It typically lives beneath the waves of the ocean, at least in the cartoons. Very strong, very big.
Yes.
And so there's sometimes they do sets of like the legendary animals I told you. The one like there's only one of them.
Okay.
Lugia is a legendary bird.
Okay.
There's also like a phoenix. There's like an electricity bird. It's interesting. So this one, my favorite. I don't know what the name means. It's called Wobbuffet.
What is it called?
Wobbuffet. Wobbuffet. It wobbles. I know that much.
Oh, wow.
And it also is just very loud and silly. Like it just says its name by going Wobbuffet.
Okay.
And often it only has one arm up, like it's doing a salute.
Okay.
I think that you're like this one makes it look like it's stretching and yawning, but it always is making that face. Sometimes its mouth is closed, but it's hard to tell if it's happy or sad because it's just always that silly. I don't even know how they see. They're squinting. Did you notice the eyes on its tail?
I was just going to ask about the tail.
Yeah, I don't know if there's an explanation for that. Sometimes they just like to have fun.
Okay.
I don't think it's like a separate creature. It's just, hey, you have a thing.
It's just a tail that has eyes.
Just go with it.
Okay.
So this one,
that one is
the purple marshmallow. This is a really unique one. It's called Ditto. You know the saying Ditto when like you agree with someone, you're gonna say the same thing.
Oh yeah.
Ditto's trait is on its own. It doesn't have any attacks, but it can like morph and turn into whatever Pokemon it's encountering.
Okay.
And it can get its moves. The idea is you have a very unique. You're kind of sticking a Pokemon against itself because Ditto is an imitator.
Sure.
In the cartoon, it was owned by a girl who belonged to the House of Imitate, like imitate.
Like what?
Imitate like imitate?
So she loved the idea of Ditto. So this next one.
Oh, that one. That looks like an owl. It does, doesn't it?
An owl? No. This one you think looks like a doctor.
This one is a doctor.
So funny thing, it's meant to be.
Well, he has the pose.
So here's the funny thing. One, it's meant to be a mongoose. When it starts as a smaller Pokemon, it's called Young Goose, and this is called Gumshoos. So it's a mongoose, like a rodent type. Here's the thing I was wondering if you would notice. There have been a lot of jokes of people looking at this Pokemon and going, that kind of looks like Donald Trump. You see
No,
it?
it does.
I was wondering
it does.
And so
And
all
he
the
does
grouchy,
do his
all the
hands-
grouchy poses, so people are wondering like, if that was like a purposeful
With his
joke.
that does, and his
Especially because the hair. It is the hair.
blonde
It looks like
hair.
yeah, and like the tanner skin and just
Blonde
the
hair
and
and the
scowling.
stance.
Isn't that funny?
Yes, that's excellent. I wonder whoever made that was thinking that.
I wonder because it was made. I think it was came up with while he was still running. He wasn't elected yet.
Okay,
but they were like,
that would be.
He was already public. It's just funny to think about stuff like that. It might be a coincidence. I don't think they ever said.
Yeah.
Pretty funny. So next one. So this, like I said, is a sword. It's called On Edge. HONEDGE.
Okay.
Because an edged sword,
Yes.
sharp.
Yes.
And I think when it evolves, it turns into two swords or something like that.
Okay.
Like there's some Pokemon like we aren't doing. There's one. It's a two-headed bird called Doduo because a dodo with two heads.
Okay.
When it evolves, it gets another head and becomes Dodrio, like trio. There's some Pokemon that just get another head when they evolve. It's crazy. This one, another made-up worked up. This is so this is called Entei, Entei. I used to think it was a dog, but it's basically just meant to be kind of an amalgamation of all sorts of dogs, wolves, cats. It's like a big furry.
It's almost like an eagle in a way.
It's very majestic looking, like all the things on its face, the spikes on its back. And but it is mainly a fire type. So
okay.
And it's also legendary, very very rare.
Okay.
Some of them there's only one of. Next one. So this is what I was saying. What object remind you of? This is called Trubbish, and it resembles a garbage bag.
Oh, it does with the tongue.
Yep. They get pretty silly with some of the designs they do.
Oh, John, that's when you point them out how interesting that is.
Yep. You ready for the next one?
Rubbish. Yeah.
So you said this looked like Aladdin's lamp. It's actually meant to resemble an ice cream cone.
Yes.
It's called Vanillite because it's vanilla colored.
Okay.
White ice cream.
Okay. I see it.
And when it evolves, it becomes like a bigger cone and stuff like that. It's just like taking elements of the original design, like making buffing it up so that they're stronger, or adding another head. And there are other objects. I didn't show you one. There's one that's called Magnetite because it's a floating ball that has magnets for arms.
Oh my God.
And when it evolves, it becomes.
Who makes all these?
They have several people who their job is coming up with new Pokemon. Like some people work on the rest of the games, people work on the cartoon, and there's a couple guys come up with the ideas, design them. It's really it's a really cool such a job I'd love to have. Like I said, there's still there's hundreds of them.
You should be doing that. You could be doing that.
Maybe not Pokemon, but other stuff.
Something.
Yeah. So next one. So this is another made-up name.
Okay,
so I told you this was part. It's kind of a mix. It's meant to be a bird,
Uh-huh.
and it's part fire type and fighting type. It's called Blaziken, like blazing fire,
Okay.
because it can do all these karate kicks, but also still shoot fire.
Okay.
It actually starts out as a cute little chick called.
Yeah.
I'm going to show you this because it's a very cute one. I should have pulled it called Torchic because it's a torch fire type.
Okay.
This is Torchic. It's just funny. They start out so cute. By the time they're fully grown, they're tough looking.
Yeah.
But still often very sweet. So this is another fire type. It's meant to resemble a fox.
Oh, sure.
Its name is Fennekin. I don't actually know what the pun is if there is one, but I do think it's a cute one. And so
I do see that.
Here's the interesting thing. A lot of the ones that I've been showing you, every game, since you go on a quest to catch Pokemon, you have to be given a Pokemon to start with.
Okay.
So they always give you 3, they call them starter Pokemon. Like a professor will say, here's a fire type, a water type, and a grass type.
Okay.
So there's always a new one of those that we start you out with, and they're very iconic.
Okay.
So Torchic was a fire type in one, and Blaziken was a fire type in another. And I think
how do you know? I mean, is it because of the color, or why are they fire type?
What
makes them that?
I guess the idea is that just nature.
Oh, okay.
There's never been some higher meaning like God or magic. They're just in the world. It's common knowledge that all these creatures are born with special powers.
Okay.
Humans are the smartest, but we don't get special powers. So this one, is one of my favorites. So like I said, this is an owl. This is called Rowlet. Because you ever heard of an owlet? That's a name for a chick, a baby owl.
What's it? Yes, I have.
So
O-W-L-E-T.
This is Rowlet with an R added on.
Oh, that is.
And like I said, it's a plant type, so it can shoot like leaves and all that. And he evolves into a much tougher looking owl that has like a leaf hood. So one of my favorites. I like a lot.
Yes, I like.
When I was a kid, I picked the plant type in the first game, and I'll actually just pull it up because it's one of my favorites. But you did one of his evolutions for Smash Brothers, so I didn't have you name it. This is Bulbasaur.
Oh, that's cute.
Because it's like a dinosaur thing, but it's got a plant bulb.
Okay.
And as it evolves, the bulb blooms into a flower. Bulbasaur. And they all say their names. So you got this little lizard going, Bulbasaur! They all have very funny voices. It's cute.
Isn't that clever?
Yep. But it is established. I think most of them are capable. They're all capable of understanding speech, and something teacher like the Meowth that I showed you. He has a backstory about how he taught himself to talk to impress a girl, Meowth. And then she said, "No, you're a freak now." And he was heartbroken. And he turned to a life of crime.
And he turns to a life of crime.
Yeah.
Because she's destroyed his
hopes and dreams. Yeah. He's like I said, one of my favorite characters. Next one. So this is another water type. This is called Mudkip. Because, it hangs out around the mud and the ponds.
Okay.
This one's very, very popular online. They've done, like, little jokes about it and such. Okay. But I don't think it's meant to be a specific animal. But you can look at it and tell, like, it's probably comfortable in the water. Mm-hmm. And this one's similar to Mudkip, water type. This is one of my favorites now. It's because it's called Sobble.
Sobble?
Sobble. S-O-B-B-L-E, because it's very meek and shy. So I guess it's easy to make it cry. Okay. So everybody's immediately latching on, like, oh, I love you, Sobble. It's a cute little thing.
And you can look at the eyes and see, it's
got a
little bit of a sad face.
This is a very emotional creature.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just fun, like, finding new twists on beyond being water, like, giving a personality like that. Because I believe the other new one...
And the person who draws it has to be good to get that.
Oh, yeah, I've looked up the main one. It's a Japanese man named... Definitely he designs the humans. It's a guy named Ken Sugimori, because, again, this is all Japanese creation. And I don't know if he's designed every Pokemon, but he's still involved in character design for the series, so it's possible.
And he must know a lot about animals because he
takes
their traits. And
I guess he does research, or other people will help him out with it. And so now we're getting to the other Pikachus. So I'm just actually going to look up to make sure I'm getting the names right, because you were talking, it was like one word with Pikachu before or after it. This is called Rockstar Pikachu.
Okay.
Or Pikachu Rockstar.
Uh-huh.
This I love because you said Dr. Pikachu. This is Pikachu PhD.
Okay.
He got his degree. And
perfect.
And then the last one, because we already did Detective. You guessed Detective Pikachu immediately. That was a good guess. Then this last one, this is my favorite. Have you ever heard of luchadores?
No.
So wrestling, like Hulk Hogan and all that.
No.
Professional wrestling, guys beat each other.
Sure, that terrible where they're...
Yeah, very violent. Not your thing.
Big fat thing.
Well, not fat. It's just a very popular thing in this WWF and all that.
Okay.
It's also very popular in Mexico.
Oh, it is?
The terms for that include, I think the full name is luchadore or libre.
Well, that looks like a Mexican, coloring.
Yeah, the idea is that they wear head masks with the top half of their head over there. That's a tradition.
Okay.
So this is Pikachu Libre, and it's less about the electricity, more about like a melee fighter.
Okay. What is that?
Your phone's ringing. That's as good a time as any to cut things off. Here, it's in your bag.
Wait a minute. It tells you that the phone...
I guess so.
Is it the phone in here?
Yeah. And on that note, that's all the Pokemon.